Hi, my name is Bohan, and in this video we're gonna achieve this. We have our player character and the background image, and we can also move the character and leave a shadow behind us, just like this. And so first thing first, the background map. So I'm just gonna hide this for now. So what you want to do is create a 2D object. Select the sprite object, and then you can name it whatever you want. In this case, we're gonna name it background. And now if you click on it, you will see the inspector here. These are the components of this object right here. So you will see sprite renderer. So if we want to choose a texture for this background, we're just gonna click on the sprite here. We're gonna search for our map background. We can double click on it. Now you'll see this background is applied to the object. So when you first import your textures in, there's some settings you want to do for the pixel art. So you want to go to your texture and then make sure it's set to point. So you'll see the difference if you switch to bilinear, like that. Okay, and then same thing to the player. You just do create a 2D object, but the only thing that's different is let me unhide that. The only difference is we add a script to the player, which we call it the player character controller. If we go into it, here's the script. So that's the move speed of our character, and then in here it's going to take the horizontal and vertical input of the player, and then we're just gonna simply translate the player with the movement speed and times to delta time to make it frame rate independent. Okay, and that's how we move the player. And one more thing I added is this shadow script, which you spawn this object, you spawn the prefab. It's basically a 2D object, and then in that script, in that shadow script, we're gonna invoke for 0.5 seconds and then destroy the object. So if you go to the prefab, you can also change the sprite. So in this case, I'm using Photoshop to create like a particles texture, and then you can change it to it. And in the code, I did this, which gives a random rotation to the shadow. So now if I play the game, make sure to save your script after you edit. And now you see there's this green particle spawning behind me, and you can also select the player and change the spawn time to, let's say, 0.2. They'll spawn more of the particles. Yeah, and that's it. Oh, so once you so in this player script, I have a empty object called player shadow. So make sure to create your shadow prefab and then go to your player, lock the inspector, and then find your prefab, and then you can drag it in like this. Thank you.